I'm Leon Scott, and I'm working to close the wealth gap. The title of this video, What I Need to Start Investing. So, it turns out all that you need is $1 and access to a computer or a smartphone. But before we get too deep in the woods there, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel if this is valuable to you. And I actually want us to take a step back. A few weeks back, we created a video called What is Wealth? And that video I'll make sure to link above here and down in the description. In that video, what we talked about was that what wealth is what you have minus what is owed to other people, and what you're left with is wealth. One of the items inside the what you have term is cash. It's money. Now, money is the type of thing that you can keep stored underneath your mattress, but most of the time we choose to put it in a personal savings account, in a bank account. And the reason we do that is because we think it's safer there and it's easy enough to access with debit cards or withdrawals. Now, if you're really curious about what happens with your money in a bank, then you really want to read these two books, The Color of Money and The Creature from Jekyll Island. Now, if you want to start investing, there's a different type of bank account with a different type of banking system. It's called a brokerage account. Now, this account, you can put cash into it also, but you put cash into it, money into it, that you intend to use to buy other financial assets. Things like part ownership in a company that's public, that's a stock, or the IOU from the government or a company that they're going to pay you back for a loan you made to them. That's a bond. Those financial assets can be purchased with cash and stored somewhere. So why would you want a brokerage account? Why not just use cash from your personal savings account? Well, if you want to do that, you can buy stocks directly from a company or purchase bonds directly from a government website. But to do that, you'll end up pulling cash out of your account, sending that money in, and getting a stock certificate or bond certificate. Are you going to stuff that underneath your mattress like you would just cash? And what do you do when you want to sell it, when you heard that that stock certificate has gone up in value and you choose to sell it? Well, what you'd have to do is go back to the 1970s and go to your commercial bank and ask them to place a market order to sell your stock. And nowadays, most personal banks just don't have the infrastructure for that. They're too busy making small business loans, mortgages, managing your personal savings account, credit cards. So that's kind of been a aspect of personal banking that's disappeared. Brokerage accounts and brokerage firms used to only really work with large institutions and really rich families. And I believe somewhere around the 1990s through the tech bubble of the late 90s, I believe brokerage accounts and brokerage firms started saying, hey, we can actually cater to the individuals who want to buy and sell financial assets as well. And that's kind of where things have moved to. So the brokerage account allows you to hold cash, but it also allows you to use it in their infrastructure to purchase stocks and purchase bonds. And then when you want to, you can, within that same environment, sell those stocks and sell those bonds with the cash coming back to your brokerage account. And when you think of it, that is investing or trading. Now, another topic for another day. Investing and trading may look similar, but they are very different. They have very different mindsets. So if you're interested in investing more, especially for your kids to develop wealth, yes, watch this channel, read books like The Intelligent Investor, one of my favorites. Rereading this again for I don't even know what number time now, but it's all of those things happen within brokerage accounts. Being able to have cash that you intend to use for financial assets, to then use that cash to purchase those financial assets and then sell them and keep everything within that single environment. Now, there are lots of different brokerage accounts available now, and I don't use all of these. So there are lots of great content creators, and I'm going to make sure one goes by the screen and is linked down below, that go over these different types of accounts. But some of them you've heard of, some of the newer ones like Robinhood or Webull are able to provide you with a really intuitive app environment, although I believe they have less access to certain financial assets, primarily focusing on stocks. Then there are some of the more classic brokerage firms. These are your Fidelities, your TD Ameritrades, Charles Schwab, Vanguard, and they are now also offering apps and other services, but they're a little bit better known for their client educational services and being able to offer a wider range of financial offerings. There are mutual funds, certain specific mutual funds that are only within certain brokerage houses. So learn about these through some of these other resources. We're going to make some videos that go over some of these, but especially for viewers of this channel, what's also important is that some of these will offer UTMAs or UGMAs. Those are the types of brokerage accounts that your kids can set up if they have your permission. So that's something we will definitely be diving into here. So in short, all you need is a brokerage account, and for some of these accounts, all you need is $1 to start with what are called fractional shares. So instead of buying a piece of Tesla where I don't even know what the stock price is, but I believe it's in the multiple hundreds at this point. If you want to buy that, you need hundreds of dollars, but you can also use fractional share purchases where you're using as little as $1 to buy a fraction of a share. And all of these, or at least many of these brokerage accounts, now don't have a minimum requirement for opening an account. So you literally can start by just opening the account online, putting in $1 and starting investing with at least fractional shares. So hopefully you found this video helpful. That's all you need to start investing, $1 and access to the internet where you can access some of these brokerage firms and set up a brokerage account. All right,